fellow wayfinders and seekers and sacred rebels and strange babes, all those strange babes out there. Today I'm going to talk about the upcoming Leo super full moon eclipse coming up on January 20th and 21st, depending on where you live. And the energy right now is really intense. We are in the middle of an eclipse portal, and we are coming up on the last Leo eclipse of this Aquarius Leo eclipse cycle that's been happening since 2016. And if you remember, I'm just going to clear the space with Palo Santo here, my favorite. If you remember back in August of 2017, that big American solar eclipse, now what's happening at this full moon is a culmination of lessons learned, your Leo lessons that you learned. So yeah. And this energy will affect everyone differently. You know, it obviously depends on where this is happening in your personal natal chart. But this is going to be a real opportunity for you to step into your new vibration, the one that you know, the one that you can see it, but it's like you just got to take that one last step, that one last leap of faith to get there. So I have my notes here. So the astrology that's happening right now, and at the time of the full moon. So Jupiter in Sagittarius and Venus in Sagittarius are going to be conjunct each other. Now Venus is the planet of love, beauty, relationships, value, what you value, and what that can mean, like possessions that you value, or it means like your inner values, but what you value. And whenever it's up with Jupiter, the biggest planet in our solar system, it's expanding that. So this is a beautiful, lovely energy here that's working us. And this is going to be squaring Neptune in Pisces. Now Neptune's at home in Pisces. It's home sign. So it's a sign that it rules. And Neptune is all about dreams, about ideals. It can also be confusing and unclear, but it's these beautiful, magical, mythical dreams and of love and compassion, and these two energies are connecting. Now they're connecting in a square, and I think this is an important part of this energy because Neptune and Jupiter and Venus are all usually considered such these lovey-dovey, soft, easy energies to work with. They're just so like, you know, that if they were trining each other, that would make it just like, it wouldn't push us to do anything. So what I'm trying to get to is they're squaring each other, okay? And squares usually bring tension. It usually brings something that needs to be addressed and some action that needs to be taken in order to satisfy that connection. And so basically, this is a real opportunity for spiritual connectedness, renewed faith, upgrades, ascending, receiving beauty, receiving it and understanding it in a new, different, more spiritually connected way. This has to do with the law of attraction. I feel like a door is opening and you can experience beauty in a new way, express, cultivate, and explore your own personal brand of beauty. You know, like enjoy and experiment your own beauty. Because we're getting to the point where we're sick and tired of being told what beauty is. You know, looking a certain way, you know, not looking a certain way, being a certain way. Fuck that shit. Enjoy and experiment with what is you. Like, relish in your rawness. Like, decide not to shave your armpits, you know? Like, don't wear a bra. Like, just free yourself from these pressures. Claim your individuality. claim your raw, authentic, weird-ass beauty. Realize your worth because you are fire. You are fire. And this Leo full moon is a fiery sign, the fieriest fiery sign. And it is going to really be supporting us in remembering our fire, our magic. So lean into that. Lean into that energy. Also, at the time of this full moon, we have Venus trining Mars. So Venus, the planet of love and beauty, oftentimes considered a feminine planet. And Mars, the planet of impulse, action, assertiveness, drive, get it done, hammer it through. And also considered to be a masculine planet. Venus trine Mars, okay, first of all, this brings up a lot of creative energy, right? We get the proverbial male and female, although, listen, I'm not about like gender roles really, but you know, just archetypically, the archetypes of male and female coming together is a creative force, right? Like the semen fertilizing the egg, basically. These energies are going to be really vibing off of each other. We're going to be lighting the flame. We're going to be creative energy. We're going to be like, go, 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 baby. Like, we're going to feel courage. Or at least that energy is going to be there for us to tap into. However, Chiron is also in this picture. And Chiron is all about woundedness. Our wounds are deep wounds that some of them, the ones that we can't even truly heal. And the only way that we can heal them is by healing others. So there's going to be a lot of deep wound clearing and healing coming up, addressing this pain with a new light, and coming full circle with some lessons that we started around the time of August 2017, whenever we had that solar eclipse in Leo. And so now we're at this full moon in Leo. What is Leo energy? Leo energy is big, it's courageous, it's bold, it's a leader, it's leadership, it's childlike joy, it's ego, it's drama, it's temper tantrums, it's also that. So be aware of what you're feeling on this full moon. Which spectrum of the Leo energy are you feeling? And try to stay on the high vibe. This is a fire, and we're going through it. And let me just say, it's not going to burn you, but it will burn what you are not. So this is a chance for us to step into the fire of self-discovery, because whether you realize it or not, your life is being transformed. Your life is being transformed. And we need to let go and move forward. Let go of the things that we know we shouldn't be holding on to anymore. Whether it's an addiction to something, whether it's certain habits that we've gotten comfortable with that we know are holding us back or know aren't best for us or aren't good for our health, or whatever it is that we're holding on to, our past. You know, we may have lost someone and our life may be very different now without them. And we are being asked to step into this new life, into this new vibration, into this new place. And, you know, this energy could be affecting people in all kinds of different ways. Some people may be feeling like they just have electricity running through their body, just on fire, super energetic, and others may be feeling the lower vibration of just feeling feeling those depressed symptoms of depression and despair and just in a really low place, low vibe. But I think that's even more important. This Leo moon really carries with it a lesson of childlike lightness. And this may be a lesson that we have been trying to incorporate in our lives since August 2017. But this lesson is that our inner child wants to be heard. It needs to be heard. And that we have needed to commit to self love. Leo is all about heart, love, true, just unabashed love. And we have needed to commit to that to ourselves, to loving our rawness, loving our own strange light, being able to love our own strange light. And now you should have come to a better awareness of who you are and what serves you. And I want you to feel like you have the groundedness and the power so that you can feel strong in your decisions to let go of your old self. Let go of your old ways. Let go of your old life. There's a brand new chapter lies ahead. Brand new chapter is just right in front of us. You know, I think it's not a huge coincidence right now that, I don't know if you watch Netflix or not. I'm gonna light this again. I don't know if you watch Netflix or not, but that Marie Kondo show about, I think that's how you say her name. The Marie Kondo show about basically getting rid of junk that you don't need and organizing your life, clearing out the clutter. It is so on point with this energy. Like, does it give you joy? Does it spark joy in your life? If not, slam dunk that shit in the trash. Does it raise your frequency? If not, slam dunk that shit in the trash. Get serious and get real about your self-growth. Because really, caring about your self-growth and putting the energy in to cultivate your higher self in your day-to-day life is an act of self-love. It is the most important responsibility that I think we all have on this planet individually. And you know, Pluto and Saturn are both in Capricorn. They're going to be meeting up together pretty soon in early 2020. And this is a time of breaking down the establishment. Now, we see this happening all around the world right now. We see old structures crumbling, being exposed, the swamp needing to be drained, the closet needing to be cleared out, the clutter, the bullshit needing to be cleared out. And we see this happening in the bigger picture, but this is also happening in us. We need to shake up our own establishments, and we probably already have been. Or if we haven't tried it ourselves, it's happening to us. This is what's happening now. We need our establishment shaken up. We need to clear out the bullshit and just be in our rawness, our raw beauty, our raw, pure vibration. That person that we envision ourselves to be, we know we can be. But there are just these things that we've got to just let go. Stop. You no longer serve me. I don't need you. I don't need that. It's holding me back. It's holding me back. Put yourself first. Leo puts itself first. You know? And I'm not talking about just getting rid of any old thing in your life, you know, like, oh, you made me pissed off, see ya, okay, bye, okay, next. Like, no. I'm talking about what gives you sustainable joy for the long term. I'm talking about your long-term self, not fleeting joy. Making the bad addictive decision to indulge in something that keeps you from your higher self. No. Bring in the joy, the laughter, the levity. Keep going for the light. Keep going for that light. Some people, it's really hard to find that light right now. For me, it's like I'm multiple places on my face. You can see it all over. So this lesson is going to start really sinking in. We're graduating. We're graduating right now. But when you graduate, you know, there's also this whole fear of being the beginner. That we're kind of in that weird liminal nebulous place between past and future, between our old self and our new self that we are stepping into, between older vibration, newer vibration, between 3D, 5D, however you want to interpret that. And it reminds me of like the page cards in tarot. So it's like this student who's just graduated, right, from college, let's say, and they have been studying this thing and they know about this thing and they've learned this lesson. Oh yes, I've learned this lesson. I'm trying to find like a thing that looks like a degree. I've learned this lesson. Here's my degree. But like I don't have any experience yet. I haven't been hired yet. Like there's this whole new chapter that I'm starting, you know? It's like when you're a kid, it's like when you're in 5th grade, you're like, yeah, I'm the king of elementary school. And then you go into middle school in 6th grade and you're like, oh, shoot. We're kind of going through that right now a little bit. You know, you could be. You could be. So, this Leo moon is really pushing us deeper into that self-love vibration. I'm sure you may have already been working on it, but take it to the next step. Get your diploma. Let yourself get your diploma. These lessons have not been easy. They have not been easy. Not at all. So I have a few cards that I pulled, and I think they're just perfect for what's happening for the energy right now. So the first one is from this one of my favorite oracle decks right now. It's Sacred Rebels Oracle, and it's really good. And I think that that's why I call people sacred. I love that. I love that phrase, Sacred Rebels. Yes, be the sacred rebel. Rebel against what people say you should be and follow your true light. Let your own song be louder than everyone else's songs. So here's the image. It's called Relax the Hold of Darkness and Be at Cause. Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Leo, courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted from one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. Let the light in. See, let that light in. This is a reality not only of a potential, but a manifestation of the great big cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you're crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-inducing paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but also wise. It is a force of startling, raw awakening at times. but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. And you are a part of that, not a part, not you are part of, not apart from that process. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much calling to you now. It's time to leap. So, speaking of leaping, the tarot card that I pulled for this time is the Fool card. The Fool card. And the cool thing about the Fool card is that this dude trusts the universe so much, he just doesn't give a fuck. Fuck it. I am protected. I am surrounded in divine, loving energy that is going to give me the safe space to explore and experiment with this new vibration, this new self that I am allowing myself to become because I'm letting go of these things I don't need. And I am choosing to learn the lesson. I'm choosing to learn the lesson and leap. And he's holding this white rose. Just wanted to point that out, which symbolizes that love. Right? Roses symbolize love, but white roses symbolize purity. And white is also the color of your crown chakra energy. Spirit. Trusting spirit so much that you don't give a fuck and you are just in the love. And you can take the leap. So this eclipse energy is kind of like it's boarding time on the plane, right? And they're calling right now on intercom, and they're saying, "Oh, this flight is boarding right now. If you don't get on, then you're not gonna fly to your new destination. You will be stuck here in this current reality. And you need to get on the plane. Get on the plane. Or the plane will take off without you. Make the choice. Make the leap. Just do it. You know you can. Let go. You can trust your beauty, your inner voice. That pure inner voice. So, with that white rose energy, I actually got a white rose from my garden. And I'm just going to do a little blessing for you. And for me, for all of us here together. I'm crushing this petal into my fingers right now. And getting that rose juices, that white rose juice in my fingers. And I want you to imagine, put your face in front of if you want to play along, you don't have to, but if you want to experiment and play with me in this playful Leo energy, put your head close to the screen, and I'm going to just bless you with a little Leo blessing. All right. Hi, friend. Thanks for coming here and being with me today. I hope you can step into your new vibration because we're all waiting for you to do it. The world needs you. May you know beauty. May you walk in beauty. May you create beauty. May I know beauty. May I walk in beauty. And may I create beauty. All right, friends. So this is my first YouTube video. So I just kind of winged it, went with it. Try to keep it as simple as possible for myself. But I hope you'll join me for the next video. I'll be talking about the new moon in Aquarius coming up. But right now, I want you to kind of just sit back and think to yourself about what lessons you've been learning since that August 2017 eclipse. And take some deep breaths. Give yourself permission to step into your new frequency, to experience and know your own beauty, and to stand in it boldly, proud, and with joy and humor, like a child. And be curious about how you're going to surprise yourself. So, thanks for joining me. Magic is real. Hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to connecting with you more.